Really have the agenda. Yeah.
I don't have that yet.
It was stacked up. There's another one.
Yeah, this is one I brought. Okay. Good evening, folks. As you can see, we're down a few in numbers. But at least you think that they're out there doing Christmas parties. I know one has the flu, one's out of town on work. So, but we have a quorum. It only takes 3 out of 5 for a quorum. So we're able to move forward tonight. So first I'd ask Andy, you want to do the roll call?
I certainly can. Sheridan,
Here.
Mr. Antabelli,
Here.
Falcone. Here. Your zoning solicitor and zoning officer are also present.
Thank you. We'll now have the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'll make a motion to approve the agenda. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. With that done, we're ready to go. Application number 2025-40 on 91 Columbia Avenue. If you would come forward and sit on the table to your right, my left. And there should be what looks like a little remote control. Oh, you got company. You guys past bedtime?
1 and 2-year-old.
Okay. You have one of these in front of you? Would you make sure that that button's pushed and the green light's on?
All set.
I will ask, is the file in order? The advertisements and the posting and everything?
Yes, file is in order. The township prepared a list of mailings to all property owners within 200 feet, the affected property boundary. That notice was also sent to Delco Times on 2 separate occasions, and the property was physically posted.
Thank you. Sam?
Mr. Chairman, for the record, I would ask that the application of the applicant and the accompanying documents and exhibits as presented be marked as Township Exhibit number 1. List of residents within 200 feet of the subject property and notified of this tonight's hearing be marked as Township Exhibit number 2. The proofs of publication for 2 consecutive weeks of publication in the Delaware County Daily Times be marked as Township Exhibit number 3. The actual posting of the property that's depicted on the picture that you've seen be marked as Township Exhibit number 4.
All right, thank you. And they're so admitted. Sir, would either one of you like to tell us what you would like the board for you do to you tonight?
Sure, we,
Well, thanks, Tom.
Yes, yeah.
So tell us what you're here for tonight, please.
Well, we have some little ones and our backyard we really like to use, but it's so close to Westchester Pike and there's a drop off. And we were looking for something so the kids are safe. And
Really just a preventative measure. Just don't want the kids to get hurt and wander off the side. Straight into Westchester Pike.
we got the 2-year-old, the 1-year-old, and 12-year-old, but yeah, she's fine.
And we have a lot of kids parties too, so even if like I brought more kids over, which I am, I feel like it would be a liability on us if anything happens. Roll down that hill. Sorry, I'm tired.
It's a nice fence too, like it looks good, like from Westchester Pike.
Yeah, would you please describe for us the fence, what the appearance is, the height is, what it looks
6
like?
feet aluminum,
Black
6x6, black aluminum.
It's really nice.
And is it solid or is it rails or pickets?
Like, it's kind of like, it's solid.
It's solid.
It's just, but it can be moved around. It can be altered whatever way I
You can
want.
like shift the
Yeah, it can be shifted.
You can shift the height?
It's.
No,
No, not the height, the
the slat.
design. The slats, like, I can do whatever I want with it.
It's a different design, like the post has you slide them in this slot, and then if you need to, you can move the slats
Gotcha.
around. Really different.
And now you have, at least on 2 sides of your home, a rail fence, is that correct? Okay, and that's coming down?
Oh, we took the rail fence.
Oh, yeah, that
We
was,
took that one down.
yeah.
We got rid of the old fence that was there.
yeah, the old fence we took down.
Oh, you already took it down?
Yeah, we already
Yeah,
took that one down.
Okay, I was looking on Google Maps.
Yeah.
Why-
That fence,
It was hollow in the
it
middle.
was hollow in the middle. Anyone could have just pushed it over and fill up. It was never put in.
That was removed
Yeah,
and
it
we
was
just,
removed.
we have it like flush up against the house. This
It
one.
didn't protect anything. There was huge gaps. I think the previous owner put it there for decoration.
And the fence that you're proposing, is it gonna go all the way around the perimeter of the backyard, the side that Westchester
Yes.
Pike is?
Yes,
Your back
Yeah.
neighbor and your neighbor that fronts, what is it, Florida Ave?
yeah,
Yes,
And then come back and enclose, come up abut your home?
yeah.
yes, right against.
But it's not gonna be in front. It's gonna be starting from behind the house.
Yeah, it won't go to the street.
Yeah.
It'll be right flush with the
Just
house.
behind.
I'm looking at your drawing,
Okay.
okay? We put that up? No? Okay, trying to understand back part here.
Okay.
Right, that's where the privacy fence is gonna go?
Yeah,
Yeah.
at Westchester Pike.
Well, how about here and here? What?
You know, I'm sorry, I can't see the drawing. It's been a while. Can I see that?
What do you- Just kind of help me understand what you want to do.
The drawing might be a little off, to be honest.
Well, that's why
Sorry.
that's okay.
I don't think it shows the accurate shape of the yard. Let me see it. Yes, the drawing looks weird. So it looks much wider on the left and right, but it actually is just a rectangle going straight back.
That's what I'm asking is.
Yeah.
The privacy fence that you're proposing to put up.
Hmm.
Okay, is it going to encompass the entire yard, all your drawings, or is it just going to be along Westchester Pike?
It's gonna
What's
go in
going to be on?
the entire
It's gonna
backyard.
encompass. the
Entire
yard.
backyard.
That way, because there's a dog on this side, that's
Yeah,
kind of
it's gonna
iffy.
go the
In other
entire
words, the Whole
backyard.
thing is going to be a privacy fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the kids can, not wander off.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I'm sorry.
And also, because on one side, there's a dog and, one, basically safety.
A neighbor's dog, you're saying?
The neighbor behind us,
Yeah,
they leave their dog without a leash.
yeah, sometimes they'll go in the yard and.
They say it doesn't bite, but I mean, the dogs, when we first bought the property, dog would run in the yard. And when I spoke to them, they were like, they're just used to using our yard and they've used it for years. They've even had an accident on our property. I mean, before we owned it, there was like a trampoline accident that was illegally there. And someone was paralyzed from that accident. The neighbor, but right behind me was very comfortable with using the property. And I don't think they're happy that we're there, but I mean, I'm just saying the dog, they're used to, I'm not gonna tell them to leash their dog, but their dog just runs around.
Would that be easier just to have it so the kids can play in the backyard and not have to worry about?
So the way the fence is enclosed, are there gates to access it from outside?
From the front, we're gonna have two gates on the left and right to access it.
Where they meet the house?
We're the front of the house,
Okay,
not in front of the house, but like the front part of the gate that starts behind the house. There's gonna be an entrance there. But from the back of the house, no, I don't think I need access to the neighbors.
But basically on either side of the front of the house. Maybe two gates on each side.
I'm just thinking if somebody needs emergency personnel or whatever needs to get inside of there, because the thing's gonna be entirely
There's gonna be a
closed.
10-foot
It's pretty
gate
good size.
on the right side of the house.
The gate will be
Yeah,
10 feet?
yeah.
Yeah,
And you
10
can open the
feet.
gate from outside of
Yes.
the fence?
Yeah.
It says here there's going to be 2 5-foot wide gates on the left and right side of the house.
No, it's gonna be
It's 10,
10.
I think they meant to be like 5 and 5.
I mean,
it says
I think
two
it means
5-foot
5
here.
and 5, so like 2 5-foot doors that would open up.
So you're saying it's one entrance with 2 5-foot doors?
Two
There's
entrances,
an
actually.
We're gonna have 2 entrances on the left and right,
Okay,
where the gates will open up, providing 10 feet.
10 feet total on
To
each
get to
side.
the back.
okay. And the fence, the one on each side, both of those will be 10 foot wide?
Yes,
And so they'll each be comprised of 2 5-foot doors or entranceways?
Yes,
Okay.
so the back.
That's a
is the
little bit
access.
different than the diagram, at least the way.
Sorry. Uh,
Okay.
I ask, what is the height of the fence?
6
six.
6 foot, the entire perimeter?
The whole
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
Does Columbia go all the way through to Westchester Pike?
That road-
Dead end.
Yeah, dead ends.
Dead
Dead
ends.
end.
It's not a cul-de-sac, it's just like
Yeah.
a stops.
Got
But
it.
there's a, on that side, it's like bushes and a drop off.
Yeah.
Like,
You can't directly access, you have to go, I guess, back out to the next street over to.
Yeah.
yeah, you have to go
it's a
to
dead end.
Toledo or, yeah, there's
Got
only
it.
2 ways in.
Privacy.
This is completely closed. Good, Nick? Is there any public comment with regard to this application? Anybody want to say anything? Okay. Is there a motion?
Mr. Chair.
Yes,
I
Al.
just want to offer one comment.
Sure.
I have one consideration, just to make. We just want to make sure that the fence along Westchester Pike doesn't encroach within the Westchester Pike right of way.
All right. My understanding is on the diagram that it does not.
Just suggest we add that as a
I know.
condition.
We took it in a little, like a pretty good distance from those trees.
It's inside your property line.
Yeah, it's inside the property line.
At least on the diagram.
There's even like, once it's there, there'll be like, actually like a little space between that and the trees and the Westchester Pike.
There's a defined right-of-way line that PennDOT has along Westchester Pike in that location.
Okay.
I can provide that when I approve the permit if you so
So we're gonna
approve the
approve it, we
special
can put a
exception.
condition that it stay outside the PennDOT right away.
Yep.
Okay. Did you want to make the motion?
Yeah, I move that we grant a special exception under section 172-104E. The hardship being that its close proximity to a major highway warrants the privacy fence for protection and safety. Also including is that the fence along Westchester Pike or any other right of way is inside the right of way of either streets.
Second?
Second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So your application's been approved.
Thank you.
Okay?
Appreciate
Good
that.
luck.
Thank you. Do we stay for everyone else?
You can go now. You'll get a letter from the attorneys confirming what we just did, that it's approved.
Okay.
So that'll come in the mail from him.
Yeah, we'll send it out tomorrow.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Thank you, guys. Have a great night.
Pensions
Yeah, we'll do that.
fast.
I think we do like that. When I read that thing, it looks like it's already extended in February.
Thank you.
Okay, next up is application 2025-41 with regard to 3626 Winding Way, seeking another special exception to allow an auto repair
Thank you.
business there on Winding Way. Thank you. Similar, Andy, is the notices, the advertisement, the posting.
Follow is in order, we did prepare mailing for all property owners within 200 feet. They were mailed to everyone within that boundary. We also advertised Delco Times on 2 separate occasions, and we did post on property.
Good, thank you. You got, Sam, you got some exhibits?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, based on the representation of our zoning officer, I'd ask that the application, accompanying documents and exhibits that may be presented be marked as Township Exhibit number 1, that the list of residents within 200 feet of subject property that were notified of tonight's hearing be marked as Township Exhibit number 2, and the proofs of publication in the Delaware County Daily Times on 2 consecutive weeks be marked as Exhibit Township number 3, and the posting of subject property that's been shown on the monitor this evening be marked as Township Exhibit number 4.
Nobody so admitted. Thank
Thank
you. You're gonna be testifying today,
Yes,
as anybody else? I see.
I can as well.
Why don't we do this? Anybody who's gonna testify, Tom, would you swear him in, please?
Yes. Tanner Brandt?
Just out of curiosity, is there, well, not a curiosity, but for the record, do we have any party protestants here? They're opposing, they want to oppose as a party the application of these gentlemen. Seeing none, please tell us what you got planned.
Mine is Tanner Brandt. Brandt.
Mine's John Crowley, Crowley.
So yeah, my name is Tanner Brandt with Christensen Companies. We're working on purchasing this piece of property in TK Development for C&J Automotive that Jack will be running. We've got a site plan put together here. We're just looking to do a remodel of the building. There's piece on the west side that you can kind of see that shaded piece on the northwest corner of the building there. That's currently a studio apartment that'll be taken off. And then there'll be a garage door added where that apartment starts, and then that will turn into a automotive repair shop that you can drive in through there, and then you can exit through the existing garage door that's on the property. I believe as it was mentioned, is that this is auto repair use in the C1 zoning district, which is allowed with a special exception. So we're seeking here today.
Okay. Some questions? You have questions you'd like to ask? I have a couple. Want me to go? It's currently being used or was used as a karate school.
Yeah, it's no longer in operation. But
So
that's what it
that
was.
entire business is gonna be.
Yep.
It's just gonna be purely your business.
Correct.
And when I look at the diagram, are there, I think it says there's 39 parking spaces,
49.
49. Oh, 10, no, 39, 9.
Yeah.
When you say an enclosed parking provided, is that inside the building?
Yep, if you see the numbers, there's 28 in the kind of the northwest.
Gotcha.
There's
Okay.
11, and then there's 10 that are inside the building.
And then this Y-shaped, looks like a driveway into the enclosed area.
So that is just auto turn. That's a program that we use. That's just showing that a car can go in and turn into that space. So it's just a car getting into both of those parking spaces. That's all that's depicting there.
And there are, inside the enclosed area, there's 10 parking spaces?
There's 10 parking spaces on the north side there, and then there would be the 6 bays on the south side. And the bays aren't counting as parking.
How wide and long is this building? Where all these parking things are gonna be?
I don't know the exact dimensions. We're just over there. It's a very large building. There's a lot of space back there. And with the remodel, I don't know the exact dimensions though.
But you're gonna use that portion of the existing building?
Yep,
For your
that
purposes.
will remain. Yep. The only thing that it'll just be a, interior remodel, and then that portion of the building that is now the studio apartment will be taken off.
So you can have up to 10 cars in there being worked on at one time?
It would be this 6 bays would be where the work would be happening, and then you could have the 10 cars parked at the same time.
I see, okay. It struck me when I looked at this, why so many parking places outside?
We needed to meet code. The code requires 48 spaces, so we got up to 49.
And the kind of repairs that are gonna be occurring, can you describe, is it, I'm not a car guy.
That's okay, me either.
Is
That's
it
why he's here
automotive,
with me.
is it body work, is it all of that? Or
No body work. I've been in here before, and I'm on the board of the business association, so I've met a handful of you guys. I have the repair shop that's right here in the square across from Gentili's. and we grew out of that space. So we redid everything there. We did all the environmental cleanup. And after all that great stuff and all the expense of fixing it, we are way too busy to continue working out of 3 bays. So that's why we would be moving to the location with more lifts, more room, more parking. So it's general automotive repair. Basically oil change, state inspection, emission, brakes, alignment, things of that nature.
Andy, with regard to the parking, I see it's like stacked up 3 cars. Is that okay?
Well, I was just looking at that, and technically, under the provisions of special exception and under the C1, refers us back to parking requirements under Article 24. And if you go to that article, the applicant's correct on the number that's required. However, it also refers to a figure in the back, an appendix, which outlines the way parking is required to be configured. That layout would not accomplish that. So typically, we require green areas for every 9 spaces. So that would be like a landscaped island with green areas at those islands, and to limit the number of parking spaces in any one length to 9. And then my question would be is, with the parking spaces that you laid out, what are the dimensions that you included? Are they 9 by 18 or are they 10 by 20?
I believe there would be a 9 by 18.
So our ordinance requires 10 by 20.
Right.
So it sounds to me like in some respects, there's going to have to be some variance relief in order, because I don't believe, or there's going to be variance relief in regard to the layout and the green space areas. I just think that has to be considered, but the layout is shown would not, that stacked 3 in a row would not comply with figure 7.
So is this news to you, gentlemen?
Yeah, we had kind of sent this in about a month ago, and we are kind of, looking for some feedback and hadn't heard that on this 3 stack. I mean, it is, when you're packing in cars that are going for auto repair, it's not like a customer pulling in and sitting 3 rows deep. It's a car they're planning it on when the car is going to drive in, when the car is going to be worked on. And that's really the only reason why it would need to be stacked 3 deep like that. So that's kind of where
And the 10 by 20.
yeah, and I mean, I
That's
think
in
we
the
can.
code. You can read that.
Yeah, I think we can accomplish that with the 10 by 20 for sure.
Is there room?
How many spots would you have?
I think they need
10 by
42
20?
spaces, right? Well, I read somewhere it was 42 spaces that they need.
Yeah, I mean, I think we would have to lay it out to really decide, use a dimension, a scale to do that. I don't know that we can do that at the moment.
No, I'm not suggesting that.
Okay.
What I'm wondering is as I look at the agenda, I believe this thing was advertised as a special exception.
Mhm.
It sounds like from what you're saying that they need more than a special exception. They're gonna have to ask for a variance, or they're gonna have to see if they can make changes to accommodate it, that they don't require a variance.
Well, I do think that the way we word our notice that's advertised is that we identify any further
Yeah.
additional relief. That's your call, but I mean, I do think that we have that covered.
The thing of it is, it's a different kind of relief. I don't know what you
Sure.
think, Sam, what your thoughts are.
Well, I understand we're going from special exception, which is a permitted use, to now a variance that requires a higher burden because of the hardship issue. So we need to entertain testimony with regard to what the hardship is. And we can't necessarily discover that by virtue of not having the measurements in the layout. So my recommendation is you might want to consider it to continue it till they look at the layout a little bit more in detail and see exactly how many cars you can have. It's certainly better to get all set up for your presentation than try to struggle through tonight.
So if may I speak?
Sure.
So we don't really need that many parking spots. We were just trying to follow the code, and
Understood.
we had sent it in to and all the conversations we had is this should be relatively simple. He flew in from Fargo this morning because we kind of thought this was going to be, I guess, less complex for just parking spots in use. Now, if you could give us maybe the option to re-render the drawing, submit that back to you guys, and the approval could be pending, just because then all of our earnest, like the deal structure and flow, if we have to wait till the next meeting, the deal probably doesn't get done. The seller is looking to exit, he's moving to Las Vegas. And I'm kind of under the impression that once we submitted what we had and we didn't hear anything back, it's, hey, it's a special exception, it should be pretty quick. And we didn't,
And in
if
all
we would have
fairness-
re-rendered it, we do have all the paperwork for it, excuse
In
me.
all fairness to these gentlemen, they did submit the information along with the packet. Unfortunately, timing is everything here, and I was just able to get, have a discussion with township engineer. I shared these plans with him because of his workload. That's why it took so long. So it is really a matter of our workflow, but they legitimately did provide this information along with the application. It just takes time for us to get our heads together and see.
I was handed this sheet C 1.1. The engineering, I guess, rendering.
Yeah, there was
Is
just a
there
couple,
more than this?
no, this
This
is
is
what
it.
we have as the site.
So
plan.
I'm looking at this and this doesn't lay out anything about what the size of the parking spaces are gonna be. or-
We have those measurement, or, our site designer has those measurements. I just don't have them on me at this
No,
time.
but they weren't part of the application is my point,
Mhm.
is my point. Um. And are you telling me, you gentlemen are concerned that if things don't get, if you have to wait till the next meeting next month, even if we're able to do you by a Zoom meeting, the option that you have on the property will expire or what?
Yeah, we have a very small due diligence window on this one. So we are kind of stuck with that where, we kind of are banking on getting this
And your
approval
due
for use.
diligence expire, when's our next meeting? Does anybody know? In January?
January.
Third.
Those is already expired. We got
today.
too.
Well,
So our due diligence
be
would
the
expire as
22nd,
of today.
Third.
Wait, what?
So the seller knew the timing of the transaction and he really wants to get out. So he made the due diligence ending, knowing that today was going to be the meeting. We were able to buy the time to get us to this meeting. But at that point, all of our earnest money goes hard before we know what occurs. And he said, if we can't get it approved, he needs to relist it. So it would definitely put us in a weird situation. We'd be happy to comply with the request that you're looking for. If we can get the okay pending us submitting you the updated drawings, but to wait another month, the chances are he's gonna move on to another buyer. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, I'm not the site designer and he's, in Fargo right now. So I don't have really a way to totally calculate the entire site plan at this time.
We're willing to be out and cooperate.
Mhm.
Deal.
Yeah, I can
I
give.
mean,
him a
because
call.
typically we would approve as part of the application, the plans that were with it. And those aren't approvable now.
Mhm.
And what is going to be approvable and your thought is not, this is not a good thought, but your thought about giving a conditioned approval depending upon what you come up with later on. Well, what if that doesn't cut it? Then it's just a mess. So we don't want to approve something, I don't want to approve something unless I know exactly what it is,
Mhm.
particularly in this circumstances where you're under the gun time-wise.
So I guess, I'm just wondering what you guys are wanting to accomplish with this parking, it can't be 3 deep. it needs to have green area for every 9 spaces? Is that what we're trying to accomplish? Or I guess what do we need to?
Well, you had mentioned that you don't feel you need space.
That's correct.
Yeah.
48 is, yeah.
Supported the fact that you need the code.
Yeah.
as it's required.
Right.
Not necessarily by space, by dimension, but you're showing a plan that says, I have 47.
Mhm.
How many spaces do you think you need?
We could get rid of that whole entire middle row. I mean, when we do auto repair, we on average do 12 to 15 cars a day and they turn around in one day. So I don't, this is just to try and give you guys.
An easier way to get through some further testimony, and then you folks can decide whether or not that meets the hardship requirement. But if their business model is not saying his business model doesn't require that many parking spaces, can you grant him a variance?
We could go to.
I think, which my problem is, you're asking for 5 different things. Okay, you're asking for, smaller parking spaces, packed in parking spaces, no green spaces, and a special exception. So I think you need to get rid of some of them and make it more palatable for us to kind of look at it and say, yeah, your hardship is X, Y, and Z, not A to Z.
Yeah.
At least that's how I look at it.
But I think if
It's just
we-
You're asking for too many things.
Yeah.
And, our job isn't necessarily to give you everything you want. It's to give you the least minimal amount of relief, based on the hardship that you have. So you gotta
Understood.
come up with a hardship, reason why you want us to do it, and what you want us to do, agree to.
Got it.
We can't give you a blank check.
Right.
It doesn't
Yeah.
work that way.
No, and if I could, respond there, the things that we put in there were because it looked like in the paperwork that we had to. But I'm happy with the green space. Like, we're gonna redo this place and it's gonna look beautiful. And where the front is, where it's all beat up, all that's gonna be ripped out. We're gonna make that like a nice garden, like
I
redo
think
that.
You need to go in the back of the room and write that down, what they want us to do. And come
Okay.
back and say, we're gonna do
Fine.
X, Y,
And the
Z.
size of the spots doesn't matter to us either. They can be 10 by 20.
Yeah, we can
That's
change
totally
that.
fine.
We can get rid of this middle row, that's 9 spaces, and, so we can be down to 40 spaces. And I think we can accomplish, what we need with that. We just, won't be meeting.
Trying to
with the-
recall, is there a sidewalk in front of the,
No.
where there's no
Just
sidewalk?
goes right out the street.
Maybe you'll throw that in as a bone for us to put a sidewalk
That's
in. For us to-
fine with
We
us.
can do that, yep.
All right, you guys want to take a shot at that and we'll hear the next matter?
Yep.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, where's my? Then our next application is number 225-42. With regard to 3508 Tyson. Looking to expand.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are you all 3 going to testify maybe?
Yeah.
All right, why don't you put them all under oath, Don? Andy, is the file in order?
Yes, the file is in order, when we did, fair mailing for all the property owners of the property boundary, advertised in Delco Times with occasions, and physically posted the property.
Thank you. You have exhibits to mark and admit?
Representation of our officer, I asked that the application. Documents have been. List of residents. within Property. Site of this town. Use publication. Posting of the property.
So admitted, thank you. All right, folks, you want to tell us what you need?
Perfect. Yep. So we are here this evening to ask for a special relief under section 172 33. Together, we bought this house at Tyson Road in late April. At the time of purchase, it was overgrown and the house needed a lot of work to it. We are in hopes to make this house, our forever home and hopefully start our family there soon. We are here to seek approval for, if you're looking at the house, seek approval for the left side for 15.6 inches. And we are, that's from the 60-foot setback. And on the right side of the house, we are looking for 9.6 inches. For 9.6 inches. For the left side of the house, we are looking to expand the garage. The garage right now is 20 feet deep. And we're looking to be able to fit a truck in there, and our standard size truck in there. And that's what we need the extra room for. And then on the right side of the house, we are going up, it's a rancher right now, we're going up a level. And we're having the top floor stick out a little bit so we can expand on our master bedroom.
From the. Going into the setback by 10 inches, not 10 feet.
10 inches. Or
15.6 inches.
Inches.
15.6 on the garage,
9.6 on the right.
and that's the overhang.
So is the relief you're seeking to the front yard or the side yard?
Front yard.
Front yard.
59.2 is supposed to be 6.
It's supposed to be 60, but on this side, it's not a perfect right rectangle. The proposed says 58.7, which is only, if you only need 60, it's like 1.3, right? But does the second floor extend more than 58.7 towards the front yard?
The, the front wall, don't we have 60 feet on the right side, correct?
As you're facing the house, because you use left and right, as you face the house
Yes.
from Tyson, not from Cayley, but from Tyson.
Right.
So you're facing it, the right side, nothing's being done.
No.
It
the
currently
front wall
exists at
staying
50
in place, the second story's overhanging to.
How many,
It's
two?
cantilevered over, but it goes into the setback by, I believe, 10 inches.
It says the
9.6.
proposed is 59.2, so that's 0.8 of an inch. Or foot,
And
I'm
it's-
sorry.
Yes.
And then on the garage side to the left is the bump out to accommodate the truck, correct?
Yes.
And I'm not sure that it says what that is. You say it's 5 feet?
It's, comes into the setback 17 inches.
15.6, we're extending the garage, 5 feet. 5. Yep,
5 what?
5 feet. So the garage will be 25.
How far into the setback?
It's 59.
It's 50.
Yeah, but we're not
15
looking at the
inches.
size of the garage. We're looking how close you're getting to the, how much space you got in the front yard, the
It's
setback.
15 inches into the
The 60.
60-foot setback. We need 15 inches on the
So
garage.
if you look up here, it's
15 inches.
Yeah, 58.7.
58.7
Plus 12.
from the setback.
15 inches on the garage side.
And that's,
And-
and that's all the relief you're seeking from us.
Yep.
That's all you need.
Yep.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay.
Good to know. 10 inches here. Right.
Right, right. Well, it's
And
0.2,
50
so it's 2/10, which is not.
Did 10 inches or 2/10? Whatever.
Yeah.
0.8.
It would be 0.8.
Yeah, 0.8,
0.8
right.
feet.
0.8 feet.
But this is the one that's the greater distance, or
That's.
less distance, I guess, I'm sorry.
You
They
didn't,
need 1.7 there.
Okay, and what, I guess, kind of, I look at this, and I think to myself, well, why don't you get the 5 feet out the back?
Then it throws the whole front of the house off the garage, comes forward to catch a pent roof across the front windows there.
Turn the mic on that table and angle it towards you, please.
So as the house currently exists now, the front of the house where the porch is on the same line as the front of the garage. Am I correct? When I look at your diagram here? What's that?
Porch extends, I believe, I don't have the,
So the whole, if you're looking at this diagram here, the whole white is flat and then the stone on the right side bumps out.
on the screen here, that's the old porch
Yeah.
that's been removed.
That's removed?
Which-
So it's
yeah.
on the plan, but not there today?
Well, it's on, that's the site drawing.
I'm sorry?
That's the site plan up there.
Yeah, so if we go, yeah, that would be the outline of the.
And are you using something that already exists from the current house? Like, why couldn't you just modify the dimensions to fit within I mean, so you didn't have to come here for 10 inches and.
We
Yep,
did
get
the
in.
bump out so we could fit a truck in that upper garage.
And then the other side, the rooms are so small now. You know, you'd lose 2 feet upstairs. I mean, we're still
Okay.
from, the right away from the road, measuring 20 feet, then you got 60 from there. You're still 80 feet from and you're talking about 0.8 inches in the air on the right side. Right? And we've designed a stormwater system. That's all been done. So I mean, everything's gonna be going into a pit in the back. The left side where the garage is now, I can tell you there's a huge water issue. Because the water that comes down the driveway just blows right up the front of the garage door. So I have to put something in there, then the property next door. That there's a picture on here. Everything comes right down over top of the wall. So I gotta take all the water from the property around the back. And I think our stormwater in the back's 5.5 foot by 6 feet by 100 feet long. Which, seems quite large, but
Andy, are you comfortable that the only relief they need for what it's a pretty major expansion renovation? That's the only thing that they are not complying with? Okay.
I move we grant a variance, section 172-33B5. Due to its de minimis natures of encroachment on 0.8 inches on the left side and away from the building, and 1.3 feet, 0.8 feet on the left side and 1.3 feet on the right.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
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 Application.
Thank you so
Hey,
much.
do you want this plan back?
You want
Or is
one
this our copy? We got yours?
Yeah.
We're talking about the big plans.
Oh,
You don't need them anymore.
Andy, these are yours?
Yeah.
Okay. Good luck, folks.
Thank you so much.
Yep. Gentlemen, how we doing?
I think we're good. Can I come up?
Sure. Andy, do you want to come over? Just, are you gonna show us some new stuff?
Yeah, as you
Yeah.
can tell,
Let
you know,
Andy know.
really talented.
He's got,
This would be.
let Andy get, he's the zoning code guy, so at the end of the day, he has a sense and,
Yeah, yes, that's good. I think so.
yeah, we can confirm it afterwards. Almost comes up.
you can say you wanted to go.
Yes. Just turn the microphone on.
I turned mine off, yeah.
Thank you.
Is. But it would be required between. Participation. I would check that. At 23 feet is. I mean, that would have to turn around. That would have to be like done by. Forty-seven. Total number. All we would want. First from that. That's a business, that's something you would have. Can't bring in any cars for repairs and. That would require. So all that has to be. So then you would also want. Means I don't know that. Buffering space. Does that have? 5%, you have. Well, you generally. Well, it does, it ends at either sidewalk that ends. Carefully, so it comes off the corner. do whatever.
That's why, I mean, I know it's troublesome, but it's better to go through it here, make sure that their conditions will represent that. So I also.
Yeah, this is actually already there, it's just.
So in C1, you're required to have a absent. Go get the lot. That's- Fifteen-six. So they would technically require 5% of that area. Not going to be. Variance, you have to grant it. That is simple. It has all the numbers, in a specific section.
172, 135.
Much green space. Five percent of the lot acre.
That would be 170.
Oh, that's what I'm giving you the code section. I'm giving you the code section.
Yes,
Oh, okay. Green space is what the code, 172 what? What is it, 172 what?
135, 5%. General provision for green space. Prior to the variance.
They're gonna combine that. They're gonna combine drive aisle. That's what you said.
We can do a condition. Creating a condition that allow cars in the process of repair, put off the parked outside. A car. There. Goes down. I'll make it. So, you know, the car, you've got to take the hood off. Close and sits out.
You're reading that, is that?
I haven't really read it, Charles. Wasn't prepared to go this route.
That's what nobody of us were.
Fine enough to see what I can. Go back. Yeah.
So present the final amended proposed plan in comparison to what you provided us in the beginning with the 49 parking spaces.
Yeah, the final plan that we have is 31 parking spaces.
And am I correct? They're 10 by 20 feet?
Correct,
Okay, so no relief there, but 31 you need relief for.
correct.
What else?
We'll be adding a sidewalk and we'll be requesting a variance for the landscaping, the 5% landscaping. Which,
My understanding that was down to 500 square feet.
that's correct.
Anything else? Anybody?
Yeah, you're also gonna mention that no storage, we know, no
Yeah, there'll be,
partial repairs outside.
Well, I had
the
a
building.
question, I had a question about that.
yes,
Okay, you're gonna comply with 23-foot aisles
yes.
for that.
23-foot drive aisles, yep.
Sidewalk's gonna run the length of the frontage of your property. I think that was everything.
So my question then is, because we're talking about space and area. So you're working on cars. Where do you put the used parts that pulling out of cars? Where do the fluids go that you're taking out of cars? How's that work?
So in all of our locations, we have containment and secondary containment. We'll have in the back, if you were to look at the rendition, there's space, like storage space, and there's,
I couldn't tell from.
Yeah,
How
there-
much space is behind the building?
yeah, there's space behind there's actually currently above ground tanks there. We could utilize those, put a new pump on them. And then when it comes to scrap metal, they stay inside of the building in a drum. And then it's weekly at this location. Some of them it's monthly. Somebody comes, picks up all the scrap metal, and then they remove and pump out, and we pay for them to take away. Antifreeze oil is all separated now. And they used to pay us, but now we pay to get that removed. And there's there's a possibility that front left side of the inside of the building will be where that storage is. There's a lot of space inside.
Okay. Do you have any more? No. Is there any public comment or any questions from the audience? Hearing none, is there a motion?
I move, we grant a variance for section 172-71F of number of parking spaces from required 47 down to 31, and all parking spaces will be 10 by 20. The the green space variance from 980 square feet, which is 5% of the total 19,600 under 172-135 and 172-140. Also, they will comply with a 23-foot wide aisle. They'll also comply with a sidewalk that'll run the length of the building, the length of their frontage. And also include the special exception for section 172-70L to allow the use of auto repair. I say also that there be no parking of parts outside, unfinished automobile outside under 172-132C6. I think that's everything. Did I get, is that everything? And conditions that, that's what I got.
Thank you. I'll second. I'll second.
Yeah. Unfinished.
Right, unfinished.
Okay. So we got a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Good luck, fellas.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I can.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. I guess next,
One more thing.
Yeah, we did.
That's what I was gonna ask. Awesome. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for working with us.
Yep.
Just remember, you gotta do it. Don't get halfway through and then he'll stop you.
Yeah, no, we know. We'll send this to my site guy right away. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a few
Yeah.
times.
One sec.
Yep. While he's doing that off the record. It says extension granted through February 19th. Is that the request or is that where it's currently extended? Because it's been extended so many times.
We agree, but I understand,
Oh,
the soft- yeah.
Okay.
but I understand that there is an agreement. By the tenant. I know the township staff are scheduled to meet Tuesday. Go over possible. Could be somewhat of a back and forth. My goal, then if you gentlemen bring it to February 19th, then that would be last time. Offered.
Okay. Okay.
We're continuing another 30 days. I didn't get it done.
Oh, but that information's all. All right, back on the record. All right, we have one more item for tonight as additional business on the application number 2024-32 regarding 3081 Westchester Pike, Newtown Square. A request is made to extend for an extension granted through or to February 19th, 2026, next year. Is there a motion with any conditions in terms of that being the last extension?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I moved but I would, recommend that that be the last, potentially the last exemption that we for this application.
There have been many. Got a second, Nick?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
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 And the extension, the last extension is granted, and we'll adjourn. Unless there's anybody else, you have any business? You're good? Okay.